All right, so today I just watched Game 4 of the 76ers versus Toronto Raptors series. Toronto won to tie the series up. I picked Toronto to win the series 4-2. Right now they're tied up. The reason why I'm making this video is because I watched the clip montage during the game of Joel Embiid and his over enthusiastic personality when it comes to celebrating good plays. And he almost comes off as Shaq, like with his personality. Like he's goofy, he's probably fun to be around. And I would say in any social setting, Joel Embiid is the life of the party. But when we're talking about you're a professional athlete and you're acting extremely goofy in your workplace, I mean, I have no problem with the man celebrating. When you make a big play, big play to either shift momentum, put a team away for the game, or to help your team, stay close or something, like some pivotal play you made, I have no problem with you celebrating, man. But Joel Embiid is supposed to be the leader of this team. He's supposed to be the spirit. Like, he's supposed to be the spirit of the team. But I don't know. I think a lot of times to get lost in being a kid at heart, that he tends to lack in seriousness in certain situations, because when the shit hits the fan and when times get really tough, you need your leader to be strong. You need your leader to be focused. You need your leader to keep you focused. It's hard to be focused when the leader of your group is a guy who can't take shit seriously. So, I don't know. And I saw this video of Jalen Rose, and I try to keep track of everything that Jalen Rose says because he makes a lot of good points when it comes to basketball. So I 100% agree with whatever this dude is about to say, because just from the tagline of the video, as you can see, Jalen Rose thinks Joel Embiid is dumb for celebrating after every play. I 100% agree with that. Like, you're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to be the anchor of the team. Why are you out there dancing, throwing your hands up, all types of, after a simple play in like the first, second, third quarter? Like, it's not even a big play, and this dude is dancing, and maybe he's doing it to get in the other team's head, but you look goofy doing it. Like, just doing it all the time for no reason. It's weird, man. Like, and it takes away the focus. It takes away from the focus of the team, and it puts all the spotlights on you. And that's what a lot of people have. I'm not calling Joel Embiid TO, but that's what a lot of people had a problem with Terrell Owens, is the fact that he was able to somehow become a camera magnet whenever he stepped on the field. Everybody was focused on him because he made himself such a big spectacle that the team wasn't as important as him being a spectacle. And I can see why that would rub people the wrong way.
Well, first and foremost, I mean, if you listen to Paul Pierce, he said his knee was hurting in the game.
Great point. Paul Pierce did say
and he
that.
went crazy in game 3. That wasn't his knee. That was just, he had a couple tough games.
And real quick, why do players do that? The ridiculous... The ridiculous excuse making. Like, I just saw a press conference after game, 2? Where James Harden got clipped in the eye. And then... No. I believe after game 1, James Harden got clipped in the eye. Or during game 2, he got clipped in the eye and he started bleeding in his corneas. And this dude was talking about, I could barely see out there. Dude, you dropped 29 points. And I'm not saying it was an efficient 29 points, because I don't know what his shot attempts versus the makes he had. But just 29 points, period, from a guy who could barely see on the court is pretty impressive. And then I'm pretty sure, like, if you got blood in your retinas, like, or your eyeballs, if you have blood coming out your eyes, man, or you're starting to, bleed or whatever, I'm pretty sure you had 41 points or 40 points with your eyes looking like that, man, and you could barely see. I don't know. I think the excuses are really crazy. Like that was the excuse after what, game 2? The first game was the referees. The second game was his eyes. The third game they won, so you didn't really hear anything about his eyes hurting or the refs not giving him enough calls or whatever. Like, you didn't hear shit. Like, I fucking hate excuses. Like, you're either hurt and you can't play, or you're fine and you're good to go. Like, and then whether win or loss, man, you fucking... Because when they win, you don't hear these excuses. When they win, you don't hear these excuses. They're not the forefront of the problem, or they're not the forefront of the reason why they won. I didn't mean problem. I meant the reason why they won. So don't bitch about something in a loss that you wouldn't when you're winning. So
that happens. I know it maybe never happened to the truth, but it happens sometimes.
Definitely.
But here's one thing you can't do. You can't play this guy one-on-one. I don't care what's going on now with JJ Redick.
The only way, the only way you can stop a dude like Joel Embiid, you have to have somebody at the 5 that can really physically intimidate him. Like, when I watched him, and this is why I keep bringing up the Al Horford thing, because it was just so glaring. Joel Embiid is a massive dude. If you look at his shoulders, his arms, like, he looks massive. But I think he struggles with lower body strength. Being able to push people back, push people wherever you want them to go, that's what he lacks. Hopefully it gets better, because then that would really round his game out. I think his conditioning needs to be better as well, so he can stay healthy more. But that lower body strength, I think that, and I think that's contributing to his injury issues, is the fact that he has such a weak or frail lower body for a basketball player. So I don't know, man. That you got to put pressure on him. You got to force him to overexert his body, man. And I believe you can mentally wear this dude down. Because if you take he's an extremely confident dude, it seems like. If you take away his confidence, you take away a lot of what his game is built on.
Tobias and Jimmy, you have to respect those shooters. Kyle Lowry's in no man's lane right here. No man's land. You got to go double this guy. 3 or 4 dribbles?
Yes.
You can't expect Marcus Gasol to do that. But on the other...
No, Marcus Gasol was Defensive Player of the Year a few years ago. Not even that long ago. Probably like 4, maybe 5 years ago. He was Defensive Player of the Year. He knows how to play defense. Defense is all it is effort. And a lot of it is effort. Some positioning is involved. You know, like, Marcus Gasol has been extremely disappointing this postseason. I thought that he would play a lot better than he has. And I'm not saying he's playing bad. I'm just saying he's extremely ineffective.
Here's the reason why you made that trade and got Marcus Gasol. Because you would hope that maybe he can win you a game or 2 in the playoffs with his experience. He got some work down here. He got to be able to go in his bag a little bit. You got to give him some opportunities to do something. Marcus Gasol has to be physical with Joel, and he's not. He's pretty much letting this dude really get what he wants, go wherever he wants, and there's really no resistance from Mark. There was a play in the game where I don't know who he blocked, but Serge blocked somebody, and it was a really impressive block. I think it was Tobias Harris. That's the kind of physical, tough defensive mind like you need down there, and you would think you could get that from Marcus Gasol, but he's really not delivering anything like that. We always know right here he's gonna bring.
I'm of the mind that Toronto really seriously needs to consider sitting Marcus Gasol down. I'm not sitting him down, but bringing him off the bench and like plugging Serge in there.
That big man out of the paint, so he has to. Be aggressive. As Coach Nick Nurse said, he and Kyle Lowry passed up so many shots. Well, today, they don't have
the opportunity to pass up anything. They both got to go to work.
Oh, what happened? Did his knees both miraculous? Just everything's
You
healthy now?
know, sometimes it's about when you get to sleep in your own bed, you come into your own gym, that can revitalize you.
Wow.
I mean, truthfully, when you go home, this is a gym you're more comfortable in. You play 41.
What Paul Pierce is talking about, what Paul Pierce is talking about is just how being comfortable in your own surroundings can help you mentally. Like when you're on the road, I'm pretty sure like baseball players and basketball players, they're on the road so much. It's really taxing to the mind. Having to get reacclimated to different environments, you know, rather than, I'm pretty sure anybody can agree with this. You're more comfortable at home. If your home life is comfortable for you, you're more comfortable at home than anywhere else. I mean, because it's yours, and it's like animals with familiar ground. I mean, they're more comfortable there. And when they're wounded, that's where they go. That's what they're comfortable with, and that plays a lot mentally when it comes to basketball players. I think that has more validity than home court advantage. This whole bullshit about home court advantage, or being able to play better at home than on the road. Like that whole, I don't know, the whole momentum thing that people like to bring up. I think it's because being home, you're more comfortable. You're a lot more relaxed. You know, being in an environment on the court where your fans are there behind you is better than fucking 70,000 people screaming "fuck you" and all this other shit. So, you know,
games there,
superstars are comfortable everywhere.
Yeah, superstars are comfortable.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say a lot of people, which are most likely superstars, can sidestep that the road being able to affect them in that way.
And dominant players are comfortable everywhere. That's why I said he could have been a little injured there with that knee, having a little tendonitis problems, but
You two just don't, you're not buying it.
Tendonitis is a real thing. Ask Chauncey Billups. Ask Jalen.
Doubt it.
I'm sure we all done this.
Like, that's not
you
what
have your good days and bad days. It's a real thing.
just so happens. But you weren't as impressed with Joel Embiid in Game 3. Why?
Well, here's the thing, and we're talking about it. Games 1 and 2, they did a good job on him. He had 28 points. In Game 3, he erupted for 33.
Finish Domino's Pizza Night off.
And of those 9 field goals, he let us know that they were happening. He did not. He did not in any way, shape, or form hold back. How about this? The windmill, Jason Terry. Now, usually during a game, you only get a chance to do one celebration.
Hey.
Now, remember, he made 9 baskets.
Oh, we get lucky here.
This is another celebration. The Russell Westbrook.
You can't do that unless you back
Driving the
somebody
cradle.
down, though.
You might even backing somebody down. Here's the third one. How about this one?
Oh, that's
Little shimmy. You know what I mean? Like Steph
like a
Curry,
medley.
Mark Jackson. This is all.
This nigga was pulling every trick, every celebration he's ever seen in his life. He was using every fucking thing. Nothing was off limits for this dude. Like, it's just funny how just goofy this dude is.
The same game. Gotta beat the drum. Beat a dick.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but it looked really fucking cringy.
Beat the drum, big fella. Okay, show up.
Celebration back.
Right. Okay, do the little Hulk Hogan with the ear and Allen Iverson. You know,
This is all in one game?
this is all in one game. So
After one game, 1 and 2?
he made 9 baskets
Not
and
even the
celebrated after 5 of them.
That was like an homage.
You get home, that's what I said. You get your own bed.
Oh, I love it.
That's where he's most comfortable at.
You don't like it or you love it?
I ain't mad at it. It's like celebrating in the end zone. You gotta stop.
We can tell he watches the game.
Yeah,
He plays with that enthusiasm.
Oh, I love it, too.
That inspires his teammates.
Now, however, if you Toronto, that's what you showing your team.
Over and over again?
No doubt about it.
Yeah,
Like,
make me
he trying to show y'all up. He trying to rub it in. Which y'all.
Look, I'm gonna comment on what Paul Pierce just said. I'm not gonna say that his goofiness doesn't inspire the team. It could if they're winning. If they're not winning, that shit shouldn't be happening, man. So that's why I say, man, you celebrate at certain times, man. After certain baskets, like you celebrate then. Honestly, I mean, most of these players should just wait till after the game to celebrate, or if the game is already over. then sure. But to just celebrate, like, this dude celebrated so fucking much, like, it's just ridiculous. And when you watch his press conference, although he's very charismatic, man, like, the dude is really funny, but I don't know, man. Like I teach my nephews, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with trying to be funny. There's nothing wrong with cracking jokes. There's nothing wrong with being goofy. But there's a time and a place for it. Not all the time. Not everywhere you go. And if he hasn't learned that by now, and I want this dude to enjoy his life, man, but if he hasn't learned to just monitor that little outburst, it seems like that he has, where he'll just do some goofy shit for no reason, you gotta watch that, man. Like him, and this is why I agree with Colin Cowherd when he said that their games don't match. Fucking was Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. They're polar opposites. It's like Kobe and Shaq. Kobe was extremely focused, very serious about his job. And Shaq was, although he was great, man, he was super fucking goofy. Super fucking goofy. And a lot of times it just came off as, like, I could have went without listening to that. I could have went without seeing that. Like, that type of shit, man. And that's the whole dynamic that I see here. And we see how Kobe and Shaq worked out for them. And these guys won 3 championships together. But,
Who they gonna show that to? Who gonna do something about it outside of Kawhi?
Well, Kawhi.
Somebody did something the first 2 games.
Who gonna do something outside of Kawhi? Who gonna?
Sports Center.
Like Jalen said, the first 2 games.
I'm just saying.
Sunday Night Baseball. What's he listening to?
Little J. Cole.
No doubt about it.
I see what you did there.
J. Cole is here. Little K.
Welcome inside Studio H.
all right, that's about it, man. Because I really don't know how the segment went after that, but I'm pretty sure that little section is over. Right now, I'm holding firm on my prediction for the Raptors to win this series. The Sixers were luckily able to win, Game 3 at home. So, them losing this game doesn't really put a hamper on their chances at winning the series. But I think Toronto has given himself an extremely great chance of winning this series after this win. So I don't know. Going back to Toronto is going to be big. Hopefully, they're able to get something from their bench. They're able to get something from Marc Gasol to help Kawhi and to help him win. Because when you look at Kawhi's face, if they lose this series, this dude is not coming back, man. Because Kyle Lowry has been disappointing. Marc Gasol has been disappointing. The bench has been. Somebody pulled a stat. The first 3 games, they said that James Ennis scored 34 points and the Raptors bench only scored 30 in the first 3 games. If that is true, that's laughable. So, I don't know. We'll see.